Hi, Abigail. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, but guess what day today is?
What day is it?
It's Act 3 day, and we are so glad that you've joined us today. Today's going to be a little bit different of a program from our usual fare. We've got some entertainment for you to enjoy February with. Abigail and I are going to sit back and hang out and have a little bit of laughter. Our guests today include Peter Hudson. He's known in our community all over Vancouver Island for being one heck of a funny guy. And I also am delighted that we have a guest from the Nanaimo Theatre Group who's going to share with us some cool stuff that's going on stage. But my favorite wonderful thing to present is our own Raymond Salgado. He was one of the finalists on Canada's Got Talent, and he's going to sing for us today. We're going to find out a little bit more about him. I think it's time that we grab ourselves a beverage. I know I have mine. Let's go get you one. Enjoy the show.
I'm sitting on the edge of love and happiness. Never experienced such a moment as this. So if you got that good feeling in your body and you want to bring this moment to life, come with me, we'll hit the town. Let's go right now and live the life. I just wanna shine like the sky up like a sunset, living with no regrets. I just wanna shine.
Hey everybody, I do hope that you're enjoying the show so far. My apologies, you can hear the little frogs in my throat. It's because I was busy celebrating with our next guest, Blaise Hunter from the WIN Awards, Women of Influence. Blaise Hunter, welcome to the program. How are you?
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
It's wonderful that you're here. I just really wanted to share with community what an extraordinary event that you brought to Nanaimo. What was your vision behind bringing such a cool thing to our town?
You know, I moved here from Northern Alberta and in the pandemic and realized we didn't have in awards specifically for women and gender diverse and just inclusion in that regard. And I wanted to niche that and also create a funding model for my nonprofit Footprints Infertility and Pregnancy Loss Support Society. I won this award. I wanted to bring it here and create some community inclusivity and collectiveness.
Well, you did such a bang-up job. There were over 100 nominations, including a lot of familiar faces that we have within our community here in Nanaimo. And like 620 or 640 people came to this event. You can hear the hoarseness of my voice, coming off of the wonder of the event. It was extraordinary. But it was more than just bringing people together to celebrate women and to celebrate the wonderful things we do. Tell us a little bit about your nonprofit.
Yeah, so I won this award in Alberta for creating some support systems. I had 3 miscarriages and I felt the lack of support after I left those doors. And I thought there's got to be a way to offer additional support for those grieving and going through struggles, and there's lack of information or education and awareness, and it's so taboo. So I just began this journey of writing through my pain, healing my heart, and people responded. They said, me too, I have experienced that, my family, my partner, my friend, and we've just created this Me Too movement in some way about reproductive health and bringing awareness and support. So we give free support bags to the community and we mail them over like free of charge and drop them on doorsteps. And this was part of that, merging the two ideas together, and awards, celebrating each other in the community, but also creating awareness to a very vital cause.
Well, I think most women have experienced someone in their lives, if not themselves. Many women have experienced the loss of a child. Many women have experienced fertility frustrations, inability to get pregnant. It's a topic that I think really deserves a little bit of a spotlight to understand just how many women are affected by this. But I love how you managed to take this wonderful award and elevate the entire part about being women in general. Yeah. And so, in your winning it, you also had written a book. Tell us a little bit about your book.
So it was called Heroine, Embrace Your Flaws and Own Your Awesome. And it was just about my journey of self-hatred, of blaming myself and shame for losing a baby and doing something I I couldn't do as a woman what women should be able to do. And so it was my journey to heal. And I never thought it would become anything beyond that. It was just this healing component. And people responded. And they responded to my honesty and vulnerability within that. And it then parlayed into creating a support system. And it wasn't just women, it was men, it was partners. And so it was this community thing now, not just something isolated that I'm going through or certain people. It's an everybody issue.
It really is. And I'm very, very delighted to hear you talk about men in this equation, because quite often there is the understanding, women are going through the loss and men may not be. That isn't true. It's actually a fallacy that it took the two people to create this beautiful child. And when there is that loss, the grieving is universal. It's family. It's everyone.
It is. And that's my husband grieved very hard. And so there was zero support for mental emotional support for a partner. So we really created that inclusivity. And that was so brilliant and heartfelt of the Women of Influence Nanaimo Awards, is that companies wanted to support the community residents and the nominees, but also help me elevate that conversation and normalize it. And it wasn't just women-based businesses, it was male-dominated businesses to be there. And it was a community issue and a community collectiveness. And that was beautiful.
Well, in full transparency, I was honored to be one of the nominees. There were many, many, many people nominated for the award, as we said earlier. And the thing that I loved the most about it and the entire event was how everyone came together to celebrate women in general, two-spirit, binary, however a woman identifies. It was an incredible opportunity for us to celebrate each other. And I know it's with deep gratitude that we thank you, Blaise, for being the inspiration behind this award. Your tragedy has turned into great love and support. And I know that our community is grateful to have you now a part of it. So thank you for bringing it to us. I'm so glad that you've been on the program today and look forward to having more conversations with you moving forward.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kathy. That was an amazing video. I don't know if you can feel the energy on the other side of the television, but the Act3 studios are abuzz tonight. We've got local talent galore, and my first guest, as promised, is Peter Hudson. He's a local comedian, satirist, and dad. Hi, Peter.
How you doing, Jeremy?
Welcome to Act3.
All right, well, thanks for having me.
I hear that you have a great series of shows coming up called the Deadbeat Dads Tour.
Yeah, Deadbeat Dad we're not really deadbeat dads, but it's myself and another comedian from Victoria named Elliot Ryan. And we're just, we decided in October to do a tour with a fun name, and we're doing it, man. We're gonna work it across the country. And
so is most of the humor angled around being a dad? Is this family humor?
Yeah, lots of, well, I wouldn't say family humor, but it's about being a dad. But it's fun. It's things people relate to, everything, everyday life, being a father, living on Vancouver Island, and
Peter, I've been a fan of yours for a while. I've followed your online antics and comedy, and doing some research for the show, I found out that you're going to be appearing at Yuck Yucks as well.
Yeah, I'm headlining at Yuck Yucks April 26th, April 27th in Surrey, both nights. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Yuck Yucks in Surrey, it is so good to see it come up for a Nanaimo person.
Totally.
I'm wondering if we can talk about your character 5 to 10 that you've been really well known for in Nanaimo.
Yeah.
So you're from Nanaimo originally,
From
right?
Nanaimo, yes, I am.
And so you do a lot of humor that is based around Nanaimo?
100%. And downtown Nanaimo.
And that sort of satirizes things.
Yeah, I've just created a character that kind of everybody knows and relates to, and just a kind of guy from the street, and have fun with it.
I think the first time that I heard about your comedy was when 5 to 10 was running for mayor.
Yeah, the unofficial mayor in Nanaimo, yes.
And that grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
Peter, a lot of your humor is actually satirical in a positive way, where you're pointing out inequalities and things that are happening in the city. And I just want to say we appreciate that from you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I have a couple questions from your fan base,
Sure,
actually.
let's go,
So
let's go.
I pulled some friends, and really, really quickly, because we've only got a couple of seconds
cool,
before you
cool.
do your time on the stage for
Sure,
us.
sounds good.
About the name 5 to 10. So there's some local theories that are going on, kind of a deal. did you used to be an auctioneer? Is that a unit of measurement? Or the most popular fan theory is that you lived between 5th and 10th?
No. Yeah, no, the thing he has the tattoo on it, he actually did 5 to 10 years in prison. So that was the, I love your face right now, by the way. She's like gripping her purse. No, yeah, anyways, yeah, it's just an act about how long he did in prison, and it's just, it's satire.
Thanks for solving an internet theory that's been going on for years.
Don't want a conspiracy theory happening, yeah.
Peter, you're gonna do some time for us now?
I think so, let's do it, yeah.
Okay, everyone, enjoy the comedy stylings of Peter Hudson.
All right, man, how's everybody doing out there? This reminds me of my first 5 years of comedy, about 10 people in a room, no sound at all. So it's awesome. This is like an AA meeting gone wrong. Hey? Have you ever been to an AA meeting in a small town? You're like, is it really anonymous when you're related to 3/4 of the people there? You're like, one day at a time, Grandma. One day at a time. All right. Yeah, I'm a Vancouver Island boy. And you know, I realized what it's like to grow up on Vancouver Island. You go to Victoria to get a job and get educated, right? You go to Duncan and Nanaimo to party. Yeah. You go to Ladysmith to test your brakes. Right? You go to Port Alberni to give up. You know? You go to Tofino to find yourself. You know? You go to Ucluelet to become an alcoholic. Oh, yeah. You go to Courtney to learn Comox. Thank you very much. You go to Campbell River to give her. You know, you go to Parksville to get away from your 2 annoying grandkids, learn how to play pickleball. And you go to Qualcomm to die. Hey-oh. I like your face on that one. That was amazing. No, I love Vancouver Island. I even like taking the ferries. Ferries are amazing. It's like the most affordable cruise ship you can ever take. You know, it's fun. I like the people you meet on the ferry. I met a couple Vancouver Island hippies on the ferry, and they offered me magic mushrooms. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I was like, you know what? If you're doing magic mushrooms in your 30s or your 40s, either you don't have kids or you've had your kids taken away from you. So I'll take an ounce. No, man, it's cool. I met these people, but, you know, they're always protesting for something. I met these guys, and they're protesting for anti-capitalism, you know, anti-poverty, anti-government. You know what they should have been protesting for? Anti-perspirant. Seriously, one of them smelled so bad, I watched them walk by the public bathrooms, the toilets just started flushing themselves. It was crazy. You ever seen the toilets on the ferries? Those things mean business. Hey? Made out of aircraft aluminum. They got like 30 bolts in the floor. You know, when you flush them, they got a turbine. They're like, you know? I always wondered why these toilets are so industrial, so hardcore. And then I ate ferry food, and it all made sense. Yeah, you know. I brought my lovely little daughter tonight. Beautiful Juniper, 6 years old. Thank you. See her dad. I'm just glad she's not 2 anymore. Her whole life of being 2, every time she'd see a Buddhist statue, she'd be like, Daddy. I'm like, Rad, I'm getting fat shamed by my 2-year-old. Amazing. Oh, yeah. She loves sugar. Got to keep her away from the donuts back there. She will do anything for sugar. The other day, we were driving downtown, and we got somebody rear-ended us, gave us a little tap. Tap in the back, just a minor one. But first thing I do, I look over, I'm like, Juniper, are you okay? Are you okay, babe? And she turned into an Academy Award-winning actress all of a sudden. She goes, yes, Daddy, I'm okay, but I really need a Slurpee and some jelly beans to take away the pain. Love you, babes. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you very much, Shaw, for having me. My name is Peter Hudson.
The irreverent and impressive Peter Hudson.
Right on. Thank you, Jeremy.
Good luck topping that, but I'm going to toss it over to you, Teresa.
Oh, thanks, Jeremy and Peter. That was a lot of fun. We learned a lot about Vancouver Island geography. We certainly did. I am so pleased today to have Sheila Coutish with me. She's the executive producer of the Nanaimo Theatre Group and the Bailey's Studio. Did you know that live entertainment makes you healthier? You will have less anxiety and much less likely to suffer from depression. So it's so great that we're talking about live theater. Sheila, welcome. So glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here.
Sheila, you have done it all with the Nanaimo Theatre Group for over 60 years.
Oh, really? Have I? Oh gosh, I guess I have. Yeah. We started out very small. So in the beginning, we did have to do everything ourselves. Now we're one of the largest, most successful groups in BC. We have currently 187 members. 40 of those members are lifetime members, honorary life members. You don't have to stay. And we own our own building. We purchased this the club started in 1961 with a couple of people called Roger and Barbara Dupre, and they put a notice in what was then the Nanaimo Free Press, inviting anybody that was interested to come to their home, and they wanted to start a theatre group, which they did, 1961.
Grassroots, right? A very grassroots beginning.
Absolutely. In 1971, we purchased a piece of land and a very rundown little building that had no water, no toilets, no heat.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't until 1971 that we were able to purchase that, and we didn't really open it as a performing space until 1980.
So still, you've had a performing space for over 40 years, and you put on many plays every year there in the Bailey Studio.
We certainly do. We have 4 plays each season. We have our annual Christmas pantomime, which is a really big, popular thing for families. We perform each production for 15 days. So financially, we're very stable, very well run. Nobody gets paid anything.
Wow, all volunteer run.
Everybody is volunteer, yeah.
So we have an amazing community.
We do, and people seem to stay with us. A lot of the younger people started out with us in the pantomimes, because that's when the young guys are involved, and they stay with us. They love the atmosphere. You're talking about wellness, I think, and stress-free. I'm not quite sure how I can relate to that, because when it's opening night, the stress level is pretty high.
Probably with the actors and the producers. I think it's the stress level goes down for the audience, who get to enjoy the wonderful performances.
Well, we always aim for that. We want to entertain. It's not always funny. We did a wonderful show last year called The Half-Life of Marie Curie, and we took that to festival and won the provincial finals.
Congratulations, I saw that performance, and it was an amazing show, as was The Diary of Anne Frank, and that was also an award winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our next show is much different from that. It's a very funny comedy, obviously, a farce called Leading Ladies, and we open there on the 18th of February. And I think you said it runs till the 9th of March.
Yeah, so that's a good 3-week run.
Yeah.
And I know a little bit about the play, and it's men dressing up as women, and I'm sure that that's going to be an incredibly funny show.
It is, and they're dressing up as women for a reason. They're trying to get some old lady's inheritance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other thing, you're talking about wellness and the involvement of people. Yeah, it's a great thing to get involved with. You don't have to be an actor. I was just looking at our program, and for the next show, with the next production, we have 8 actors. but there are 30 people involved backstage, not all backstage, but in getting the production on its feet, carpenters, painters, dressmakers, makeup, hair, you know, props.
It takes a village.
Well, it takes a big club, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's great. And it's not just the people you see on stage, it's the whole group that supports it. Sort of like Act 3. And Sheila, I'm so glad that you came and talked to us about the upcoming play and about Nanaimo Theatre Group. We're looking forward to seeing Leading Ladies. Thank you so much. And now we are going to have a very special guest. Dean, you're going to be speaking with Raymond. I hear there's a song in our future.
Thank you so much, Teresa. It's true. We do have a very special guest on Act 3 today, Raymond Salgado.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing so good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm sure a lot of guests that are watching the show recognize you from Canada's Got Talent. Yes?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so. We've all sat in awe listening to your magnificent voice.
Thank you so
How
much.
did you end up on Canada's Got Talent?
It was just like really one of those stories of, I actually got rejected on another TV show, and that almost like shattered me. And so going back into another reality TV show was very like, I was very skeptical about it, but something just told me to just like continue on and just keep trying, because my love for music has like grown so much, and I've been able to kind of communicate my feelings and just be my authentic self through my music and through my voice.
We're so happy that you did go on the show, because we loved every minute of it. You did such an amazing job. You should be so proud of
Thank
yourself.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
and I'm
you
sure
so
your family
much.
and your friends and everyone is very proud of you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you, or what age did you start singing or realize that you had this special gift?
So when I was 11 years old, I did a talent competition here in Nanaimo, and my teacher was one of the judges, and I ended up working with her for over a decade. And I remember having a conversation with her when I was maybe, I want to say I was like 12 or 13. I was like 2 years into it, and she said that if you continue pursuing and like working hard on at your gift, that like you'll make it one day. And as a kid, that really meant a lot for me, because I really struggled with like loving myself and like figuring out my worth. Yes.
They say it takes one adult to make a difference in someone's life. So
Yes.
very fortunate to have that person as a mentor for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were born and raised on Vancouver Island?
Yes.
So which school did you go to?
Yeah, I went to Nanaimo District Secondary School.
And how was that? Your parents are from the Philippines?
Yes.
So you are first generation? And I understand that you're a very proud member of the LGBTQ2A+ community.
Yes, I am.
So how was that growing up as a child in Nanaimo, being first generation from another country and also identifying as LGBTQ?
Yeah. Well, I guess like for a while, it just took me time to really realize that there was nothing wrong with me, because I felt like a lot of opinions kind of got me to a point where I just have this tendency of like people pleasing. And I didn't really have kind of like the will to express myself the way that I wanted to, because just certain people made me feel like a certain way about myself, and it kind of made me hide away from people, and I didn't really want to like talk to people. And so music really helped me and saved me. It became a catalyst, and I remember once I started performing more, especially in high school, through musical theater as well, it gave me like a voice. It gave me the courage to be able to kind of just be comfortable and to love myself more than I did when I was growing up. So I've been so grateful just to have music as a catalyst for me, because I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for being able to express myself the way that I do through music.
Oh, well, we're so glad that you found that in yourself. You're such a star, and you're such a lovely person. Yeah, you really are. So, Raymond, you say I've looked up some of the quotes and I've read some of the articles that you've had.
Yeah.
And you say that you feel that you're very proud of your heritage. So
Yeah.
how does that influence your music?
I think that when it comes to the Filipino heritage, like we've endured a lot of things and we had to fight for our rights. And I think being Filipino is really about being proud of who you are and where you came from. And so I take a lot of pride in my culture, and it's really important to me because it's a big part of who I am. And then, you know, on top of that, just being in the LGBTQ+ community as well. So being able to represent those two communities really mean like a lot, and also just, you know, it's an honor being able.
Well, you represented the community. You flew to Toronto. You sang for the Great Gay Pride
Yes.
Raptors. Yes, you did a great job. Well, listen,
Thank you.
I'm going to have to get moving here because I really want to
Okay.
hear you sing tonight.
Yeah.
But I want the audience to know that you can follow Raymond on TikTok. You can follow him on Instagram. You can follow him on Facebook. This is a truly magnificent, authentic individual. We're so proud to have you on the island. Let's
you.
listen to you sing.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Starving for the legs when I don't even like myself. Only showing parts where my heart's hiding on a shelf. A puppet that society controls and pulls the strings. Pushes me around, but I still care what they think. Like it's my lifeline, but I'm still sinking. Sometimes I wear a disguise, frame my face, hide my eyes. Only scars are left inside. Sometimes I let my mind lose the fight, shut off the world till it all goes black. Almost takes over my life, and there's no filter for that. Why can't I ever see when someone's being nice? Used to all the hurt, my happiness pays the price. If I could stand and look at myself in the mirror, how am I gonna learn to love every single layer? Sometimes I wear a disguise, frame my face, hide my eyes. Only scars are left inside. Sometimes I let my mind lose the fight, shut off the world till it all goes black. Almost takes over my life, and there's no filter for that. There's no filter for that. Oh, sometimes I wear a disguise, frame my face, hide my eyes. Only scars are left inside. Sometimes I let my mind lose the fight, shut off the world till it all goes black. Almost takes over my life, and there's no filter for that. Starving for the legs when I don't even like myself.
Thank you.
Way to go. Way to go. Raymond Salgado, everybody. You know, Dean had something going on, and I had to ask, so what's next for you?
Hopefully, just an album, like original music, and I hope to perform more and just keep going with my gift, and hopefully, I don't know, I make it big.
Well, you know what? You already are the gift, and in my eyes, and I tell you, the entire crew at Act 3, you already are big, man. You are huge. To our audience that is listening to us right now, you know, it's people like you that inspire all of us to be better people, better human beings. The kindness that you offer all of us comes through every single song that you sing. It comes through every moment of grace when we stand together and spend a couple minutes just spending a bit of time. And so it's been an honor to have you on the Act 3 stage.
I'm so honored to be here.
We're pretty darn glad to have you. And I also want to say, you know, you touched on something that was really important about, you know, when you're going to school, and there's lots of people that try to stump, is the word I call it, people's dreams. And you know, the best part about all of that is when we rise above, because we know that whatever dream that there is our dream to keep on pushing for. And all of the people in that camera right now, those people that are wondering, should I make a dream come true? You got living proof of it right here. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Act 3 on this episode. We'll see you next time. And in the meantime, watch for this fabulous character. It's selfie time for us. Hey dude, ready?
Yes.
Whoops, that's the wrong way. Thanks everybody. Great show, everyone. Great job. Thank you.